And we just got the track cranked as loud as we can. Whee! We're like, yeah, that's sick. This is going to be a little breakdown about how we wrote the title track off our record, Shelf Life.
Shelf Life. Yeah. My boys, my girls.
We had this song called Prodigy, which we used to finish off all of our sets with, which was this really like aggressive, distorted Moog bass line and drums, and it was just so much fun to play. We were never able to turn it into a song, so sort of made it my mission to create a track that captured all of that sort of UK grimy, gritty electro out of the, for me, it's the early 90s. And at the time I was really diving into a lot of like philosophy and psychology stuff, so I was naming all my tracks after Russian Western philosophers. And so I had this demo called Leo Tolstoy, and all it was about a 4-minute build up into this arpeggiated drop where I was really heavily channeling Chemical Brothers. I played it to the guys, they all liked it, but we're like, what the fuck do we do with this? Like, this is such a departure from where we're at as a band, but it was definitely like a sound that we'd always wanted to incorporate. So Sean had it. I think he worked on what the next puzzle piece of this track was.
I was just making like grooves for like 2 weeks, different drum grooves. I just came up with that whole beginning section. And then these guys, you went down to like Red Hill to write for a bit in Victoria, and I think that's when Mitch heard it for the first time and liked it. He just added this part with these like major chords and this whistle. And then when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, this adds like whole new life to the track.
And he just recorded it into his phone. And
recorded it in a toilet.
In a toilet, yeah.
And then he went and added like these.
So we had a song.
No vocals yet.
Where do we go? And I was like, it's got to go bigger. And Mitch was like, nah, song's done. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I want another bit. Most of the process so far would be people working in isolation, and it was like pretty frustrating at times.
Yeah.
Like whenever you watch a movie and you see people writing together, you're like, no one writes music like that. It's like two people working out, like twiddling dials and like high-fiving each other. Like, yeah, this is awesome. Anyway, so we were in there, we're doing these like hectic builds up, and Sean's got his synth, which is on siren mode. And we just got the track cranked as loud as we can with the sub going, and the two of us are in there, and it was literally like that. I was like, yo, come in now. And she was like, whee! And we're like, yeah, that's sick, high five. Like literally high-fived while doing... Yeah, so that happened.
Yeah, it was a real moment.
The sort of truthful side of songwriting that maybe a lot of people don't talk about is that we had to have so many like irritating conversations with each other, just talking about why you want it this way, why do you want it that way. And even when we had an outside party producer involved in those discussions, they weren't any easier. I've always really liked in dance tracks how there often isn't a melodic vocal. There's like a sample. They've taken something from a film or a piece of dialogue that's just got this like character about it.
Because Zach was just trying to figure out, how do I put any kind of vocal over the top of this? Where do vocals fit? And we were like, just do some riffing. So he went home and he brought in basically the finished track. And immediately I was like, yeah, this isn't the right world, but it's a bit of a downer. Because it's like, you're talking about how you want to go home. Like, isn't this a party track? And he was like, no, it's good. Like, this is like... That's what it is. That's what I wrote. That's how I feel. So he was like channeling this time he had at Berghain, where we went, and we stayed at Berghain for like 17 hours.
If we can, we have to cut to the picture of Zach. Where if you want to see a person with no soul left in their body, check this photo out.
So that photo, it just represents Zach's headspace for where he was trying to channel when he was writing the lyrics to the song, which makes sense when you can see that photo.
My knees are getting wobbly, my face is real sore. I feel like, fuck this, it's time. And Jack said, let's just have one more. But I can't. I've reached my shelf life.
And I was like, I just want there to be just something in there that like is telling people like, it's okay, listen to the song and like have fun with the song. So then I put the Keep On Dancing thing, and that Keep On Dancing is my voice just
Yeah.
pitched really low through like a shitty microphone.
I have no idea if that's what Zach was going for, but when I heard his vocal, it was like, that's that thing. Mm-hmm. Demos just always have a magic to them that you try and recreate it later on, and it's like, it's not as good. And everyone gets like, oh, but it has to have gone through like this preamp. Everyone has this idea that it has to have been done in a professional way.
Like Jackson's guitar part in that song, like it's barely recognizable as a guitar. Again, through the pedals, straight into the computer, no proper preamp, nothing. It's not technically correct, but it's just got a feeling to it that is like unique.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the song I've always wanted us to have. I'm stoked it made the record because it was really tricky trying to figure out what the feel of this record is, and for a while it was like it just didn't sit, and then it made it.
Yeah, it's my favourite song on the album. I just want to write more songs like this. We're Northeast Party House, and that was a little bit about our song Shelf Life, of our record, Shelf Life.